Hey, real dealers. I hope you guys made it in okay. My wife just came in. She tells me it's a mess out there. So definitely be careful. I wanted to come live this evening just because. I don't have any particular reason. I wanted to share some knowledge. If you guys have some questions, let you know what's going on right now. We're testing out some new software, so I definitely wanted to see how that's working. So first thing first, I want to know who is watching. If you're on YouTube, hit me up. If you're on Facebook, hit me up. Check in, whatever you want to call it. You're on the gram, Twitch, Pinterest. Hit a brother up. Let me know what's going on with you today. I have to admit, we had a real good day today. Had the opportunity to talk to a couple of my mastermind students. Joint venturing with a deal that we're working on in Preston, Maryland. Have a short sale that was approved, and now we're about to put it out there on the market for you guys. And a host of other opportunities that we're working with. So you know what I got to say about that. Damn! Exactly. We are rolling right now. So I want to hear from you. What are you doing right now? I mean, are you out house hunting? House hacking? Driving for dollars? Cold calling? What exactly are you currently doing to really rev up your business right now? Thank you, Facebook user. Appreciate everything. So everything is fine. Greg, thank you. Appreciate it. Mike, thank you for the big ups. Appreciate it. Jerome, in the house. Thank you for the big ups as well. Instagram, thank you for tuning in. One of the things that we have started doing is really bringing what you would call our business acronym to the forefront in 2021. So we are really, Delvin, thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate it. We're really revving up some things. We're going in overdrive, my wife and I and Chucky by Lucky Houses and the entire team. We're really decided that we're going to take the market by storm. Now, you know how we roll. I want to know, if you had to pick one strategy to live off of, what would that opportunity be? Just one. And when I say strategy, I'm talking about marketing wise. Just one. Would it be cold calling? Would it be driving for dollars? Would it be direct mail? Would it be Facebook ads? Would it be direct response landing pages, sale pages? What would you do if all you had was one marketing strategy to live off of? I know a lot of you would say cold calling. That's good. That's good. I'm not going to knock you. Ain't nothing wrong with cold calling. Some of you would say probably direct mail. Some would say doing some driving for dollars, posting ads. I mean, truth be told, all of them work. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. If you master the marketing strategy, all of them work. All of them work. So keep that in mind. I got a lot on my mind right now. One of the things that we've really stepped up with, and it's something that I think you guys should really look into. Really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you are not doing marketing right now, and what I mean by the marketing right now, if you are not using PropStream, if you are not using REI Reply, if you are not using Podio, if you are not using all the resources and opportunities that you guys have out there in the marketplace, you're missing it. Because there's so many top-notch tools and resources. As a matter of fact, we just came across another one that we'll be introducing to you guys probably in the next week or so. So keep that in mind. I'm definitely going to be spotlighting a new opportunity that we've had that is really starting to pay off a little bit. Let me get a little bit more data underneath my belt, and then I can really give you guys the lowdown of what's happening. First thing first, if you have not, and I mean this again, if you have not had the opportunity to check us out on YouTube, I definitely want you to do that. We've had some fantastic videos, I might say myself, that has come up over the last few weeks. Cold calling, the numbers. That video is a video that really drops down my whole formula that we use to understand exactly if cold calling is working. It's on our YouTube channel right now. Cold calling, the numbers. Simply put, it's using, my EFCL formula, which means for every hour, you should get at least, and I mean every hour of cold calling, you should get at least 10 strong contacts. Out of that 10 strong contacts, you should set up at least 3 to 5 appointments. Out of those 3 to 5 appointments, you should close at least 1 to 3 deals, depending on how strong your closing strength is. Now, the other video, 27,020 minutes. I recently did a free coaching session, and in that video, I talked to one of the individuals that took advantage of their free coaching session. His name is Chino, and Chino told me how, because of that coaching session, he was able to make $27,000 based on the information I gave him on that Zoom meeting. And it was only 20 minutes. So definitely watch that video. And the probate deal walkthrough is basically a deal that we have under contract that we got. It's a probate deal. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how we structured that deal, what it looks like, and so on. So that's the 3 videos that we did on the YouTube channel. So definitely, if you have the opportunity, I advise you to go ahead, take a look at it, because it is on fire. Definitely. So, how many of you guys saw that game on Monday night? The Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Can you dig it? My boy took off. Absolutely. It was something like out of a movie. I can't go any further other than to say it had to been, in my opinion, the best game of the year. I don't care what anybody else says. Yes, We are diehard Ravens fans. So, of course, I may be slightly biased, but that game was lit from start to finish. And I do believe that Lamar really had cramps. It was not a situation where he had to go do a duty-do. He had cramps. I don't care what anybody else says. My man had cramps. Now, thousands of houses on bid assets. See financial instruction, Melvin. Are you trying to spam me, man, with some bidasset.com, man? Come on, Melvin. You can do better than that. So, with that being said, what's next? You guys know that there's some new things that's out in the making on YouTube right now, that if you have a new channel, what I call a new channel, I'm talking about a channel where you may only have a few videos, you can expeditely really grow that channel really fast. I'm talking about, it's something that's called Shorts. Now, Shorts been out for about 2 months. It originated as a new way for you to create content, and YouTube rolled it out in India. As a matter of fact, there's an actual short app that you could actually get right now if you are in India right now. So it's a great opportunity if you're using this app to accelerate the growth of your channel, because the fact that it's so new, it was designed to compete with TikTok. In other words, you're making 60-second videos. Actually, the video should be 60 seconds or less. I would recommend making the videos about 58 seconds because YouTube is going to add another 2 seconds to it. And the key to Shorts, it's one, you can only do them on portrait style. So perfect for using your phone. 2, it has to be at least 60 seconds or less. 3, one of the ways in which your video will be discovered as a short video is the 2 things I just told you. Also, putting the hashtag and the word shorts, hashtag shorts, in your title and or in your description will help. Now, what's the advantage of doing that? This strategy, using their platform on YouTube, right now, they are really awarding people on the platform. I mean, they are really giving you lots of views for these style videos. And they're also giving you lots of opportunities to get subscribers for these types of videos as well. So you'll definitely have an opportunity to grow your channel to a whole new level just by using the views of Shorts. So I want to know who's out there right now. Recently we had Jerome, we had Greg, Mike, also Renee, Dwayne. Who else is watching? I know my YouTube peeps. Hit me up. Let me know if you're on YouTube. I don't have anything in particular to talk about. I'm just testing out some new technology. So I wanted to jump on here, and if you guys have any questions, you just want to chit chat. My wife and I are about to make some dinner in a little bit, so I just wanted to jump on here and test out a couple of things. And if there's any questions you may have, hit me up. Definitely here to help you. Going back to Shorts, it's the quickest way that you could grow your YouTube channel, especially if you are a real estate investor, real estate agent, and you want to really start growing that channel. I highly recommend you guys to take advantage of the new short features that's inside of YouTube. There's lots of ways in which this would work. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Michelle, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Dwayne, thank you, thank you, thank you. Heads up, straight up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, I love you guys. Kevin Saunders, how do you wholesale a property that is listed on the MLS? Kevin, you're not going to believe this, my man, but we actually did a video with one of my mastermind students where I'm going to walk you through how we did that. And as a matter of fact, let me just break it down for you. Property's on the MLS. And typically a person will tell you, well, it's on the MLS, it's listed with an agent, you can't wholesale that property. Wrong. Not only can you wholesale it, but we've been wholesaling properties on the MLS for years now. And the strategy that you would use, Kevin, is called the MLS close. Technically, the name is the LLC close. But we just threw in that MLS close just to be a little bit, I got to change things up a little bit. But anyway, LLC close is nothing more than putting a property under contract underneath of an LLC that you plan or have already created, new LLC, preferably. And then selling that LLC as your assignment fee to your end buyer. Now, the LLC should be a new LLC. It shouldn't be something that is stale, shouldn't be old, shouldn't be 7 months, 10 months, 12 months, a year ago. No, it should be a new LLC. And when you put the property under contract, you're going to put it in the name of that LLC. Some investors wait until they find a buyer to create the LLC. Others will have the LLC lined up already that is new, and then they will basically go ahead and sell that LLC to your end buyer. Your end buyer will pay, in essence, what your actual finder's fee is or your assignment fee is. Your end buyer will be the one that will go to closing, and you would receive that actual fee from your end buyer that is typically known as your assignment fee. You must have a title company that is familiar with the LLC close. Not all title companies are, Kevin. So you want to get your ducks in a row. The type of deals that this could work on, it could work on short sale deals. It could work on deals that are listed on the MLS that are listed for the homeowner, for a real estate agent. It could be done with bank-owned properties. I did a video with one of my mastermind students 2 days ago, and just alone using the LLC close this year, he made over $100,000 just using the LLC close. And his name is Vernon Bond, and we'll be putting that video out in the next few days. So definitely look out for that video because it goes into deep details about the LLC close and so on. Thank you, 123-9876. Evening, Sir Charles. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. My wife and I respect and love you all. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So, back to the question. That, my friend Kevin, is how you would do the LLC close. Find an opportunity, put it under contract in the name of an LLC that you created, a new LLC or an LLC that you plan on creating. Assign that LLC, make that person the beneficiary, the managing member of that LLC, and now you are done. Bam. Great question. Awesome. Proof of funds for Realtor, EMD. Yes, Kevin. If the deal requires it, you will have to have the EMD. And you may, the deals we've done it on, we didn't have to have an EMD. A proof of funds. But you will have, in some situations, in almost all the situations, have to have the EMD. Absolutely. The benefits of the LLC close is now you can wholesale deals that are listed on the MLS. That's your main benefit. Typically, a deal that's listed on the MLS has a clause in it on the contract that you use with the board of realtors that won't allow you to assign the property. So that's the reason why we would initiate that LLC close, because we're able to now wholesale deals that are on the MLS. Okay, hello Charles, would love, message retracted. I was about to read the message and then it got retracted. So go right ahead, put it back out there. If you want to change it, let me know. I definitely looking forward to answer it. Another good strategy that's I'm not gonna say as good as the LLC close, but can I use my existing LLC? Well, the answer to that is most investors who's going to buy it on the back end do not want an LLC that has some length of time on it. Because I don't know what you've done with that in that LLC that could come back and hurt me, even though it's just a matter of the close that we're executing. I don't know if that LLC is in good standing or not. I don't know anything about that LLC. So the answer to that question is you could, but 99% of the time it's a new LLC that you're creating, and then you're putting that person on that LLC who's buying the property from you. Hello, Charles. Would love to get your thoughts on Philadelphia wholesaling real estate crackdown. Somebody had to go there. I knew somebody was going to go there. Man, why are you doing this to me, man? You going to make me answer that question? Are you really going to make me answer that question? Go on. Okay. As somebody that's been wholesaling properties for 30 years now, my wife and I, in the business, I definitely think that there are situations that investors who are doing unscrupulous things are killing our industry. And what the legislators in Philadelphia decided to do, that's also in Chicago and I think it's Ohio as well. They are cracking down on our industry. It is what it is. They are cracking down on it. And I think that sooner than later, especially when we hit into 2021, you're going to be seeing a lot of markets, a lot of cities, a lot of states requiring licenses to do wholesaling. I'm going to say it again. I think that it's not the norm. It's going to be really all across the country sooner than later. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. No one has a crystal ball. So don't ask me right now, when do I think it's going to hit your market? I really don't know. I know it's right next door to us in Philadelphia. So I'm thinking that Maryland is probably sooner than later. My recommendation, and I never thought I would say this, my recommendation is one, if you get into this game, get your real estate license. I honestly believe that. Get your real estate license. Because one of the reasons behind what's happening with our industry is because of the strong lobby that the realtors have. And they're not too happy about the fact that we're making all this money that we're making as investors, and they have to be licensed. Sure, they could learn the business just like anybody else. They could step outside of their comfort zone. Instead, what's happening is we are being legislated out of investing. So that's what's going on. That's my 2 cents worth. Who am I? So that's how I feel about it. Mike says, I just got on. Do you have a workaround for proof of funds, Charles? Mike, the only workaround I have is a couple of sites, couple of lenders that would do proof of funds for you on your behalf. Now, that's it. I've used one company in particular. I'll definitely send it over to you. That's my only workaround. Derek Taylor, real estate investors need a strong, I agree with you. Real estate investors do need a strong lobby. The problem with real estate investors is that we have such a closed-minded mentality. We don't want to share anything. If you know anything about the mad scientists, it's all about giving. You see my videos on YouTube, on Facebook. We started featuring things that probably no one has talked about in our industry years ago. And now, you know, everybody's talking about the stuff. That's because as soon as we learn about it, we share it. As soon as we test it in our business, we share it. As soon as we have opportunity, as soon as we have data that says something works, we share it. But not everybody does that. For years, it's been a scarcity mentality. No, I don't want you to learn what I'm doing. I can't tell you how I'm doing it because you may take all my money. That's bullcrap. I have yet, and I'm going to say this again. I've said this I don't know how many times. I have yet to find anybody that has pockets deep enough to take all the deals that's out there. Nobody. I don't know anyone where their pockets is that deep that they can take all of your opportunities. It's not out there. There are strength in numbers. We have to come together to protect our livelihood. And if we don't do that, the realtors, the attorneys, the legislation is going to kick our assets out of investing sooner or later. So we got to start thinking about our industry as a whole. Yep. So true. Some investors and or wholesalers didn't even want to share their title company. I know. That like I said, it's ridiculous how we are so protective of information, knowledge, and everybody. I don't have competitors. I don't have competition. I compete against me. I don't have competitors. My competitors follow me. They follow what my wife and I do on a daily basis. We put it all out there. It's always been our mentality that I love putting the information out there because it keeps me sharp. Because I know others are out there going to use it, going to grab it, they're going to change it, they're going to bring it to a whole different level. So I got to stay on top of my game. So I don't have competitors. Mike says, it's easy money for these broke states with licensing. Mike, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit. It's the low-hanging fruit to put licensing charges for being a wholesaler, licensing charges for doing this, for doing that. In Maryland, now you got to have a license to rent to rent your properties out. You got to get inspections it's just a money grab, just like you said, my brother, just like you said. I love those questions, guys. Keep them out there. Baron, thank you, my man, for being on the broadcast. I appreciate it. Who else is out there? Talk to me. Keep those questions coming. As long as you ask them, my wife and I will answer them. That is until it's time for dinner. Sorry, guys. I had to go there. Had to go there. Dalvin, thank you, my friend. Appreciate the love. One of the things that I think that's going to happen, going back to the licensing requirements for wholesalers in Philadelphia, I think that sooner or later, and it's just me talking, right now, the licensing requirement is totally separate from being a realtor. So you have to have a license to wholesale. And it's got, you have to, actually, first of all, they give you a 2-month moratorium. So you have up until, I think, January, the end of January, to get your license if you want to wholesale in Philly. And I think that what's going to happen, that it's all going to merge into real estate license sooner or later. That's just me. That's how I think it's going to happen. I think that all of our niche things is going to be merged into a real estate agent's license, in my opinion. Conspiracy, I know, conspiracy theory. What can I say? Mike says issues of let's see, licensing issues are popping up in few states for the note business. I didn't know that, Mike. I did not know that at all, man. Please expand on that. I didn't know that. Would I have to register the LLC to do the LLC close? You have to have an actual LLC at the time of this close. So yes, you have to get the paperwork signed, get your paperwork done, the whole 9 yards. But remember, you're going to, at the point of time, the actual person who's going on the LLC will be your buyer. Kevin Saunders, you need a license to rent your property. Yes, your property has to be registered in Maryland as a rental. And then you have to have it inspected every year. A fee that they charge you, man. It's like I said, it's a money grab. Mike said it. Mike said I should start certificate in your mastermind. That's a good thought, Mike. That's a very good thought. I want to know all the people that's on the stream right now. How many of you guys are wholesalers? How many of you guys are rehabbers, buy and hold investors? Who doing transaction engineering? My note people, just in the comment section, just let me know who you are, what you're doing, and what's your strategy of choice, where you're coming from. I want to know that. Kevin wants to know, do I recommend virtual wholesaling? Absolutely. We are wholesaling right now in 6 different markets. Our main 3 markets in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, Houston, Ohio, Jacksonville, Florida. Those are our markets, and in those markets that's outside of the DMV, we are doing it virtual. So I love virtual wholesaling, Kevin. Excuse me. It's a great opportunity to really rev up your business, and I think it's a good way for you to expand, especially if you're in a market where it's hot and there's a lot of competition. Ernie, thank you for being on the broadcast. Going afternoon, Charles. Ernie, I'm not sure what that means, my brother. Maybe you were saying good afternoon, Charles. You know how that autocorrect is on the computer. 123 asks, so if they have a license, they have to be under a broker also? No, they do not have to be under a broker for the law in Philadelphia. They just have to have a wholesaler's license. Now, I'm not sure about Ohio and Chicago, but what I do know is you don't have to have a real estate licensed agent to be wholesaling in Philadelphia. What are your thoughts on real estate investor SEO these days? I think it has gotten a little bit harder, but still not so hard as to trying to rank a lawyer or dentist. Man, you got some good questions, MMR. You definitely got some good questions. I think SEO is something that has always been hard. I think the easiest path to SEO is link building and video marketing. I think that's your easiest path through SEO. So I think that video is probably the fastest way to optimize something, especially when you backlink it to your website, backlink it to your other authority sites, and so on. So I definitely agree with you that it has gotten harder, but it's not impossible. Another great way to easily rank is the Google My Business section. Ranking a business in Google My Business is easier than ranking your website. So definitely you should be taking advantage of local places in Google My Business. So those are the things I think that is extremely profitable for SEO right now if we're talking about quick. Mr. Blue, how long do you think it will take for this to spread across the nation? Mr. Blue, I wish I had a crystal ball. I really don't know how long it's going to take for it to spread. I know it will. It took almost, a year for it to hit Philadelphia. So it depends. To me, the closer you are to the markets that have it in place, the quicker it's going to hit. Because now the legislators in those areas that's next to Philadelphia can look and see the money grab that was just obtained in Philadelphia and say, oh, extra revenue. Oh, let's get some money from doing this. They did this, they did that. Let's jump on the bandwagon. So I wish I had an answer for you, Mr. Blue, but I don't know. I wish I could answer that one. Kevin Saunders, do you use virtual assistants to call your leads? Do they get a signed contract, or do you have an acquisition manager? Absolutely, we use virtual assistants. As a matter of fact, let me show you how through one of the ways in which we are doing it. This is our Podio app. And my virtual assistant puts all my leads in the Podio app, and then it goes into the seller leads funnel, which is right here. I'm going to open it up for you. And this is where all of our leads go in. And what happens is when a lead go in, we're able to do a lot of things inside of this. And this is all done by my virtual assistants. We have virtual assistants that are basically house hunters. We have virtual assistants that is a lead acquisition officer. We have lead managers and so on. So let's say I wanted to create a new lead. So basically I would just add the person in by clicking the button, putting in this information. And the key to this system, I don't want to leave it. The key to this system is that all I have to do is push buttons and actions happen. I identify what the lead is, the lead type, the lead source, and then I can follow up with message, text message, voice message, email, contact, and we can follow up months ahead of time and so on. So the key to working with virtual assistants, of course, is going to be to make sure you have all the details that you want that actual virtual assistant to do right there at your fingertips. So my virtual assistant put in all the leads in the business inside of here, inside of Podio. We also use virtual assistants for cold calling inside of my Mojo system, and we also use virtual assistants inside of REI Reply, as well as house hacking and so on. I hope that answers your question, my friend. Let's see. Mike, how long do you think it will take? I already answered that one, Mr. Blue. Gotta run. Take care, Mike. Appreciate it, my man. I hope your peeps are doing well, man. I hope everybody is doing better now. Chucky, I never received that info on the Podio setup. Mr. Blue, I will look into that and try to get you the information this evening. Scout's honor. Actually, Scout's honor. I can't remember how I used to do the Scouts. Is it this? Was it this? I can't remember now. And I was a Boy Scout for I don't know how many years. I can't remember. Derek, before you did your first deal, did you have any fears? Are you kidding, Dark? I had fears like you wouldn't believe, my brother. First of all, it took me almost a year to do my first deal. Now, ask me how much profit I made on my first deal. I want who's ever on the call right now, I want you guys to ask me, mad scientist, how much profit did you make on your first deal? And I'm not gonna continue this conversation until somebody asks me how much profit did I make on my first deal. KSBJ Enterprise, I will get to your question next. I'm waiting. Ask me the question. How much profit did I make on my first deal? Doom, 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 doom. Okay, Kevin, thank you, my brother. I made a total of $2,500 profit on my first deal. It took me a year, and I had to split half of that with my partner at the time. However, this is the key. Before I had my first deal, I worked with my mentor for 8 months. And my salary with my mentor was $50 a week plus lunch. That was my salary for that whole year prior to me going out on my own for that first year. It was $50 a week plus lunch. And I tell people that that was my highest paying job. Now, why do I say that? Because after leaving my mentor, I became a full-time investor, and I've been a full-time investor for 30 years now. My first year in the business, I made $2,500. My second year in the business, I did something like 3 or 4 deals. My third year in the business, we did like 8, 10 deals. By the time I got to my 4th year in the business, I kid you not, by the time I got to my 4th year in the business, was the largest minority owners of apartment buildings in downtown Baltimore. That's right. By the time we got to our 4th year in the business, I had over 32 apartment buildings, somewhere around that, about 260 units. The company was Mount Vernon Properties, and we were the largest minority black-owned apartment owners in downtown Baltimore. I've been in the business for over 30 years, my wife and I love it. There's nothing more rewarding to me to this day than to structure a deal and help a homeowner, help an investor, help someone go through this process, buying properties and so on. Okay, we got a couple. ML said $250. Mr. Blue said how much? MMR says $5,000. Remember I said only $2,500. That was the profit. Monica Marvell, hey Charles, what is the benefit or difference for you having Podio and REI reply? Monica, it's not a benefit or difference. What we do is we integrate the two together by way of Zapier integration. So it's a perfect 1-2 punch. No, I'm not a boxer. I didn't throw the right jab or right hook the right way. So don't fret on, don't get off on me right now, guys. But that's the reason why we love the two together. It's able to really expand our modalities in which we touch that person. And here's what I mean by that. If you want to start closing more deals, you need to reach your sellers through multiple modalities. Now, what do I say by multiple modalities? A modality is in which a person consumes your information. So, for example, some people will respond better to a letter. That's direct mail. Some people will respond better to a text. Some people will respond better from a phone call. Some people respond better from an RVM, ring this voice message. Some people respond better from an email. And some people respond better from knocking on a door. So if you can touch your sellers through multiple modalities, multiple ways, if you can do that, you are above everybody else who's just doing one thing. Not to mention, you will get a higher response rate because now you're speaking to that person from with the way they want to hear from you. That's the key. Multiple modalities. There are 6, and we try to hit each and every one of our leads through 6 different modalities. Kevin Saunders, how many leads does it take to get one contract? Well, if we're talking about cold callings, we're talking about our EFCL formula. It's for every 50, or should I say for every hour, you should get 50 contacts. And out of those 50 contacts, you should get at least 10 people that is a true contact. Out of those true contacts, you should get at least 3 to 5 people that says, yes, come to my property. Come see me. I want to come on over to my property. Come to it. And out of that, you should get at least 1 to 3 deals. So that's your number that you are shooting for. Another metric that we use is for every 1,000 of something, you should get 0.5 to 2.5 deals. For every 1,000 of a combination of 500 letters, 200 phone calls, 400 this, yada, 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 you should get 0.5 to 2.5 deals for every 1,000. I hope that answers your questions, Kevin. KSBJ Enterprises, combining Podio and REI Reply. Absolutely. Through the integration that we use with Zapier, we bring in the leads inside of Podio. Because you got to understand, one of the main strengths of Podio is the contact relationship management side of it. So let me go back into our Podio setup and show you what I'm talking about. So inside of Podio, we're able to actually, this is the properties app. Inside of the properties app, I'm able to do estimate of repairs. I'm able to do breakdown of comps. I'm able to do all of this stuff with the actual deal inside of the actual properties app in Podio. Now, I'm also able, inside of my offers app, I'm able to create my contracts, my assignment contracts, my actual guaranteed rent contracts. I'm asking you to do all of that inside of here and then send it out to the person. I'm able to communicate with my cash buyers. I'm able to do my actual FISBO working with Craigslist inside of our actual app. So all of these things we're able to integrate inside of Podio that's outside of REI Reply. And that's the reason why you want to bring everything in to Podio, so you have that one dashboard where all your leads show up and you know that KPI. That's the key right there. Let's see. Would you say PropStream is the closest thing to what Haynes crisscross directory is? Absolutely. Actually, if you just ask me this, I would probably say that they're probably pulling data from that directory. I don't have any proof behind it, but I think that some of that data, a majority of that data is coming from Haynes. But of course, I have no proof about it. That's just the conspiracy theorist in me. I'm just saying that. Forgive me. Let's see. Kevin, how would you email blast a list of absentee owners without ending up in spam and getting dinged? Well, that's a great question. The ways we do it is, first of all, we only do 200 per day. The easiest way to end in spam is, one, to do a lot of something and or to not have somebody's permission. So you have to be very selective as to who you're going to send an email to. For example, somebody that responds back to one of the modalities that we reach out to them, we'll send them an email. And that email will have our credibility kit. Our credibility kit breaks down everything that we do in our company. As a matter of fact, each and every one of you guys, this is a ninja strategy, each and every one of you should have a credibility kit. I'm telling you, you should have a credibility kit for your company, because that's going to step you out of the crowd and allow you to really accelerate your business presence. So definitely get a credibility kit out there. Let's see what else we got. Man, you guys are rolling with the questions. You guys got me on here almost an hour now. I've been on here almost an hour, close to, well, maybe not an hour, but maybe close to an hour. And you guys are just bringing those questions like it's no tomorrow. Man, keep it going. Let's see. How much profit did you make on your first deal? I already answered that one. Let's see where we at. Let's hit over to the Instagram and all the other channels. Kevin Saunders, do you have REI Reply? If so, how is it working out for you? Just subscribe, and I thought it could replace Podio. Kevin Saunders, who do you use to email blast? Well, we use 3 different platforms. Our main email system that I use is ActiveCampaign. I love ActiveCampaign. We have a list of somewhere around 20,000+ in ActiveCampaign. The other one is we use these REI Reply. We do some email in the REI Reply, not a lot, but some in REI Reply, and we do some emailing inside of Podio. So those are our 3 main platforms. My number 1 platform is ActiveCampaign. We stopping you from air frying some steak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me your name, man, instead of this number up here that says 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I talking to? But no, you're not stopping me from air frying some steak. As a matter of fact, my wife and I will be air frying some ribs tonight. Yeah, boy. You got me, man. You got me. Absolutely. Keep those questions coming, guys. I don't know how long my wife is going to let me stay on this actual line, so you better keep those questions coming. For those of you who weren't on the call earlier, if you are not using, and YouTube has a new feature, it's called Shorts. It's the fastest way to grow your YouTube channel. So definitely go on YouTube, look up the title, look up the word, look up the actual keyword Shorts videos, YouTube, and you're going to see a strategy that you can execute that will really expedite the growth of your real estate agent, your real estate business, your investing business channel. If you're talking about views and subscribers, definitely take advantage of it. That's a little nugget I want to give you guys. Okay, Enterprise, do you cold call first or send a SMV? Great question, man. You're asking some real great questions. We do a combination of all the above. So yes, the majority of the time we will cold call first. The majority of the time, it depends on the list. And then we would send out or also do an REI reply. So let's think in terms of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, cold call. Tuesday, Thursday, REI reply. Saturday, driving for dollars. Saturday, skip tracing. Saturday, pulling lists. So think in terms of a calendar for your business, and that's how you should work it. So yes, REI Reply is up there as the number 1 aggregator for deals for us, along with cold calling, along with direct mail, because we also use direct mail, and we also do driving for dollars. So we do, on average, somewhere between 8 and 10 marketing strategies per month, every month in our business. Man, guys, you're bringing it. You guys are bringing it. Somebody said, sorry if this is a dumb question, but wouldn't PropStream eliminate the need for list source? Well, I know about PropStream because we are a strong opponent of using PropStream. Absolutely. We use it all the time. We don't use list source anymore. There is a couple of designations you could do on list source. For example, like finding cash buyers, and also I think the finding the best markets. I didn't mean cash buyers. Finding the best markets or the best zip codes or areas to invest in. You could really have a stronger platform inside of list source to do that. But besides that, we don't use list source for anything. So for us, PropStream, even though we stopped using list source years ago, PropStream is the replacement for list source, in my opinion. Once again, like I said, who am I? I'm just the mad scientist. Any other questions? You guys got me going on a roll. I love it. Let's check the other platforms. Let's go to the other groups. Kevin says, if a bird dog brought you a lead that you close, how much would you pay as a finder's fee? Kevin, that's a great question. And the answer to that question is it depends on the actual profit of the deal. We've paid finder's fee as much as $20,000 before. So it depends on the deal. And this was deals in PG County, Washington, D.C. So depending on the profit, it would be a dictate of what that finder's fee would look like. Monica, hey Charles, how often do you switch out your phone numbers and who do you use for your text blasting? Well, the question is, first of all, we have 5 numbers, rolling numbers, that we use for at least 3 months. Every 5 months, we switch out those numbers. In regards to our text blasting, we use Twilio for the main service that is in part of REI Reply. So if you're using REI Reply, Twilio is the system that attaches to it, works with it. Definitely. And in fact, I'm going to give you my link, guys. I want you guys, this is my Podio, this is my PropStream link. And this is my REI Reply link. Definitely look them up. Sign up with them, guys. Now, the question was, let's see. Phone numbers, like I mentioned, every 3 months, change out the phone numbers. And then as far as text blasting, we use Twilio. TW, in fact, let me put it in here. Because sometimes TWILLIO. Bam. Text blasting. Whoops. Misspelled it. There you go. Okay, let's see. Rick D. Jordan. Hey, Charles. When cold calling, how do you feel about leaving voice messages? We do that. I mean, that's something that we do almost 80% of the times when we do cold calling. We will leave a voice message to follow up with that person. So, absolutely. Let's see. How much is REI Reply, and is it a monthly subscription? Kevin, REI Reply is now $99 a month. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is a monthly subscription. It will be the best $99 that you will spend. I'm going to say it again. It will be the best $99 you will spend. Can you dig it? And here's the reason why. inside of REI Reply, you're able to send out texts, send out ringless voicemail, send out email. You're also able to use landing pages because you have website landing pages inside of REI Reply. All comes in that $99 a month price. You also have Facebook bots all inside that $99 a month price. They have so many features for $99. It will literally allow you to cut out a lot of other services that you're paying for and just use REI Reply for just $99 a month. And I'm going to say it again. Use my link, my brother, if you're going to sign up. And if you do that, I'll give you my business in a box that has all my documents, all my stuff we use in a lot of the parts of our business. I'll send it to you. Just send me over the receipt. Mad Scientist, I signed up using your link, and I'll send you over my business in a box. Thank you. Let's see. KSB, hell, I'm glad I grandfather. You're absolutely right, KSBJ. They went up, I think the day after Thanksgiving, it went to $99 a month. It used to be $49 a month. And at $49 a month, it was unbelievable. At $99 a month, it's still unbelievable. So definitely jump on it if you have the opportunity. MadREIReply.com. Now, let me go to my channel, guys. I'm going to show you some of the videos that you really should be looking into on our channel. So, give you guys an opportunity to build those questions up if you have some other questions for us. Definitely do it. Let's see. Okay, I'm on my YouTube channel right now, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these actual videos right here. In fact, let me go to my whole video list and show you what we got here. This video right here, it's really a brief 60-second video that tells you guys about the BRRR strategy. So take a look at that. It's only 60 seconds long. Tell you about the BRR strategy. This one right here breaks down Podio, my whole Podio system. It's called the 2020 Top Real Estate Tools. Podio was episode number 4. Definitely take a look at that one. This one breaks down the whole formula that we use to determine if it's a good deal by way of cold calling. So definitely look at this one right here as well. This video right here is where I talk to a person that took me up on my free coaching call session. And on that free coaching call session, we went over how he was able to make $27,000 from a free Zoom meeting we did. It's called He Made $27,000 from a free coaching call session. This one, the 2020 Top Real Estate Tools, Print Genie. This is what we use for direct mail. So if you're definitely interested in doing direct mail, we use that in our business. This video is great for that. And so on and so on and so on. Definitely. And you know what I'm going to say. I need you to subscribe to this channel. For all you guys that's on the call right now, if you subscribe to the channel, I got a bonus for you. A special bonus I'm going to give to each and every one of you who have subscribed to this channel. So I want you guys to go ahead, put in the box, hey, Mad Scientist, I've subscribed, and I'm going to send you a thank you gift for subscribing to my channel. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, my VA is going to look up and make sure you subscribe. So don't try to pull the wool over a Mad Scientist's eyes. So we're going to definitely check you out. But if you subscribed already to the YouTube channel, or if you're subscribing tonight, leave your name below, put in here, I subscribe. Just say I subscribed, and I will send you a special Mad Scientist bonus. Okay, has wholesaling slowed down since COVID? For us, nah, I don't think it has, because we're still doing between 8 and 12 deals a month. I mean, a third of those deals are wholesales. Sometimes half of those deals are wholesales. So no, I don't think it has slowed down. I think it has allowed you to really concentrate on your customer service skills. Because now you really have to be cognizant of that seller and the emotion behind going to a property and speaking to that person on the telephone. I always tell all of my students, you are not buying a property. You are building rapport. You will never, and I'm going to say this again, you will never convince a person to sell their house. All you can do is convince the person to sell you their house. You convince them to sell you their house. That's it. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Don Griffith, thank you for subscribing. I'll send you that bonus, my man. Kevin Saunders, hey, Mad Scientist, I subscribed. Thank you. KSBJ Enterprise, hey, Mad Scientist, I've subscribed. I will get that over to you. My VA will get this over to you tomorrow. So just basically make sure if you see this video on my channel, leave a link, leave your a comment on the channel, so we'll see the actual comment tomorrow, and I'll have my VA give you guys a link, one of my bonuses I'm going to send over to you guys. Thank you. Monica Mavel, thank you for subscribing. Is there any other questions? Is there anything else the big head man can answer tonight for you before I fix dinner with my wife? I'm going to give you guys 5 more minutes. Any last minute questions? Okay, let's see. Max wants to know. James, thank you. Delvin, thank you. Monica says, hey, Charles, do you have a video on how to use REI Reply? And do you have somewhat that can integrate them for me? First of all, we have not pushed out integration for REI Reply, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't have a video on it. That's because the support that you get with REI Reply is so great. They will get on a Zoom meeting anytime you need help. So definitely reach out to Susan and David at REI Reply. When you first sign up for REI Reply, you do a Zoom meeting. They make sure you learn the process, learn the actual platform, and then anytime after that you need help, you can just jump in the actual Facebook group for REI Reply, and you can also request another Zoom meeting. There is no limitations on how many personal Zoom meetings you have to learn that platform. Those guys are great. Susan and David, perfect. Keith Saunders, hello, Mr. Blair. Thank you. So, Monica, that's what I would do. Closed mouths do not get fed. Thank you. Kevin said, do you pitch subject to your sellers, also to owner financing? Absolutely. Kevin, definitely look over the videos we've done on subject to, because we've done a boatload of subject to deals as well as owner finance deals. One of the phrases that I poured out a while back is transaction engineer, and that's what being a transaction engineer is being able to make a profit on any kind of deal, good deal, bad deal, up deal, down deal. So subject to is one of the key strategies that we do. Owner financing is an aspect of subject to. Tenant placement, guaranteed rent, master leasing. You name it on the owner structure finance side of the business, we're doing it or have done it as well. Now, when do we decide to pitch it? It depends on the numbers of the deal. For example, a deal that don't have any equity, but the person has a low mortgage payment, On that deal, it may be a situation where we may do a rent to own, or we may do a option to buy, or we may do a guaranteed rent program. So it depends on the actual numbers. And remember, a deal is nothing more than the numbers. If you know the 5 numbers in any deal, you can structure it any kind of way you want, as long as you know those 5 main numbers. Hey Charles, who do you use to sift your leads for duplicates? My VA does that through the system that we have. We do that through Excel, and she's really good with the whole formulas inside of there and taking out duplicates and all that stuff. So that's what we use. My VA does all of that. Any other questions? I mean, I've had a ball tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being on this broadcast. I appreciate it. Kevin says, it was have a creative finance deal that seller said yes to, but we don't know how to structure it. Can we reach out to you, JV, some help? Absolutely, Kev. Hit a brother up. You can hit me up at C Blair. In fact, I'm gonna put it in here. CBLA. Absolutely. So if it's something that I like, Kev, hit me up. I'll let you know, and we'll take it from there. Any other questions, my good people? You guys have been marvelous. Thank you. One, two, three, four. No, we're not doing coffee on the ribs. We only do coffee rub on the lamb chops, and we do it on the steak. On the ribs, we're going to make our special. My wife is going to make her special finger-licking good barbecue sauce and rib rub that we're going to put on the ribs, and then we're going to air fry it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a picture of the actual finished air fried ribs, and I'm gonna put it here on the YouTube channel, guys, in the community section. And you guys ain't gonna believe this boy got talent. I'm telling you. Keith says, Mr. Blair, I'm going to reach out to you soon, sir. Dedicating myself to real estate in 2021. I would love to revisit working with you. Absolutely, Kevin. I love you, guy. No problem at all. Anytime. Hey, Charles, do you have a mentorship program? Monica, I do. You can go here, more, mastermind.com. It's very limited, so go there, put in an application, and let's see what happens. Derek Taylor, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, Derek. Thank you for your time, because you guys gave me your time. Now, with that being said, your boy gotta get ready, get out of here. Gotta get ready, get on top of the actual ribs. You know, my wife got me waiting for the ribs right now. She's calling me. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this broadcast this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Leave those comments. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Stay tuned. We got a big giveaway that we're doing at the first of the year. So definitely stay tuned, guys. This is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.